Hello, 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 everyone. Kim from K&RP here in Eastern Manitoba. Beautiful sunshiny day, currently -9, feels like -18 with wind chill, which means it is 15 degrees Fahrenheit, but feels like 8. Yay, spring's coming. I don't know when, but it is coming. So I figured that I said last week that I am just going to make a whack loads of journals. So I have these pages that are partially started. So I want to finish these off, make a journal out of this bunch, and then start doing the color coordinated ones. I did a little bit of stitching because I wanted to do that weaving journal. So I did a couple of little weavings on cardstock. Those ones I'm going to save for the weaving journal, but I'm going to use these ones. And so basically, I'm going to pick up a paper, see what it needs, do it, put it aside. So I'm just going to drag you along this crazy little journey. I also have these I want to use. These are envelope windows that I have collaged around. Some might be pockets, some might be flips, but I want to get those used up in this stack. And I have these that I think I will, I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for. I could cut them out and just use them as writing papers in pockets, or maybe I could use them as flips. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with these. These are, it's a photocopy of some of my little floral fish cards that I do. And then, of course, I have a whack load of scrap. Hey, Anne, nice to see. Oh, yeah, it's great. Problem is, it still has a mind of its own for a few things. But it's getting there. Like I can pick things up. I can, flip them over. I can pick up a cup of coffee with difficulty. So yeah, I'm getting there. Every day is a little bit better. And um, my physiotherapist did say to me, do what you want to do and then do your exercises. And I haven't done that. So I've been doing it first thing in the morning and then not up to doing anything for the rest of the day because I still have an awful lot of swelling because it's still healing, right? So, but it's good. It's good. I love to see you guys here. Love to see you guys here. It's so good. Okay, so I have, like I said, stacks of semi-started pages for journals. Plus, I have a whole bunch of blank papers that I have folded. And I figured this is going to make one heck of a nice journal. Once I got it done, it's going to be, huge. Yeah, I know, Teresa. It's brutal, you know. I'm getting there. I actually drove myself to physio the other day, and cranking the wheel, I felt it. It wasn't comfortable, but I did it. It's the muscles too, right? Like the muscles are just when they've been encased in plaster for so long, you're not using them, and so now I have to get those happening as well. Still waiting for my great grandbaby. She's late by probably well over a week. Yeah, the muscles forget how to work. Well, that's the same thing, right? That, if you clench your fist for a length of time, it takes a while to open them up. Yeah, no, she's not here yet. It's actually been really crazy because we were hoping she would be here sooner. I think they're planning on inducing her tomorrow if she doesn't have the baby. Oh, yeah, but she's just being stubborn like the rest of the women in the family, right? Like, I'm going to come when I damn well want to, right? I can hear her in my head going, uh-uh. Anyhow, um, so because she's so close and overdue, and my granddaughter and her partner coming in to meet the baby, they were supposed to be here yesterday, but there was a big snowstorm in Calgary. Yeah, definitely going to have a mind of her own. Definitely. Um, so my daughter and her partner were flying in from Calgary, but there was a big snowstorm, so they were on the plane. They de-iced it twice, and then they canceled the flight. So they were supposed to be here at noon yesterday. They got a flight to Regina, I guess, yesterday evening, maybe early morning, not sure. But now they're on the flight from Regina to Winnipeg, so they should be landing anytime now. I'm excited. We were a little bit concerned that if Jay had gone into labor, then my daughter would be at the hospital with her, and then Ron and I would have to go pick up the kids at the airport. But it seems like it's just now going really ticky-boo smooth. And so now we're just waiting for the little character. All right. Run off at the mouth here, waiting for the baby. So I've got this page. It's got little dangly things with some words on them. I can leave this the way it is. I can draw some lines. I did cut I have it. Piece of, I know what it's called, mat board. And I cut it so that I could draw some lines so that, it can be written in, or I can just leave it blank. I haven't decided if I want to add a few lines yet. I mean, there's all this writing space here. I don't think I'm going to do anything on there. Some of these are outlined, some of them aren't. I'm not worried about that. I think I'm going to consider this page done for now. Hey, I'm good. How are you, Cindy? I'm good. Just getting over a broken wrist. Still moving kind of on the slow side, but doing good. Doing good, doing good. Did you get your 100 mini paintings done? Okay, let's see what this one is. This is just a really grungy piece of paper. One day at a time. Yeah, it was you have an accident and then you pay for it, right? But thanks. You're starting over this year? That's cool. I did probably 30 little paintings, and then I did over 100 hand-painted gift tags. So I'm considering that those are little paintings because they're all different. So I'm considering that I actually completed that. Just going to do some journal pages. I have so much stuff because while I had the broken wrist, I did a lot of doodling. A lot of doodling. So I've got all that fodder to use up. And you know how it is. It's crazy. So this is a lovely grungy piece of paper. I don't know if I want to put a pocket. Maybe like a couple of corner pockets. What do you think? I think I would like to put a couple of corner pockets. I have this. That could work. It is a piece of doodle something masterboard. I don't know what it was. But I'm going to cut it diagonally. And I'm going to use it as 2 corner pockets on here. Because I can. Because we're using stuff up. I have far too much stuff and it has to get used up. So I'm going to go, it's got a brown paper backing. It looks like it is, probably it was a masterboard of some sort. There's all different kinds of pages collaged together, glued together. I might put some white dots in the blue lines. So anyway, I'm just going to go kitty corner and we're just going to go wobble cut. I don't know if I want to do, oh, see? Well, that's not going to work because A, it's too big. I can cut that down. Oh, do I want to cut it down here? Where do we want to cut it down? Although, it could be kind of fun hanging over, right? Could have it on both outer sides. You know what? I'm just going to glue them down like that. And they can hang over because there are other pages, right? That's what I'm going to do. That is exactly what I'm going to do. And then I can take one of my, something like this and put it up at the corner. Maybe something flatter. Okay, we are going to complete these pages. I'm not going to put it aside and say that it's done. Unless it's done, it doesn't go to the side. Yeah, it does. Takes time to heal. It does. I hope you're on the mend. I know how frustrating it is. I really do. Oh, okay. Let's take this. Look, I got stuff. I have such a mess, guys. It's hard to clean. Like, I want to play. Cleaning takes energy away from, I don't want to expend my good hand. I don't want to waste the unpaid time. Does that make sense? That's awesome. Hi, Lee. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. All right. So I'm going to consider that tuck spot done. And then I'll put this one on here. And they're both kind of sticking out. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put like a page tab or, something where it's kind of out the side. I've got this blue stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay, I have a plan. Let's get this other side glued down. It is so beautiful and sunny today. Kind of laughing thinking that the little one that is past due, we had a bit of, freezing rain and stuff. So I've been going, oh, she's going to be born today. She's going to be born today, but she is not. Just stubborn. Stubborn like every other woman in this family. It's the way it is. Okay, so I'm just going to lop off a hunk of this. I'm just going to fold it in half. See, I should have used this one. Because I got all these kind of... That would have gone really nice with that, actually. The circles. It's not quite the same color, but... Let's put this away. Cover the glue. You know what? I think I want to use that instead. Because I really like the way that looks. So I'm just going to lop this one in half. Because I've got all these bits everywhere. Everywhere. So now, do I want to staple it? Or do I want to glue it? I think if I glue it, I'm going to have to put a clothespin on it, which is fine. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to glue it. While you're editing your blog, nice. Nice, nice. What's your weather like, Lee? It's still in the minuses here. We did have a couple of plus days, which was awesome. It was awesome, awesome. What have I got on that side? You know what? I like it. I like it just right there. Oh, I guess I need glue on this side too. There. And let's get a clothespin. Wider one. This one's wider. Maybe I should have two. We'll use two. And sunny, nice. Hi, Sherry. Dry and sunny. Nice. It is sunny here too, but it's like minus 18 Celsius with the wind chill. Okay, so I've got some tuck spots. I don't know if we want to put something to write on, like something to flip to write on. Kind of like that idea. Kind of like that idea. Let's see what I've got in my lined paper bin. Do you guys have a lined paper bin? Oh, yeah, doesn't like to be picked up. Do you guys have a lined paper bin? I have lots of lined paper. Can I get away with this? It's green. But do you think I can get away with using, if I tear it and just glue it down? I think so. Yeah. At least, Sherry, at least we didn't get like that snowstorm that Calgary got yesterday. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put one on here and one on the back page. I want torn edges on this one. Ugh. Evidently, tearing paper is one of the things my physiotherapist suggested I do. Tearing paper. And I went, not a problem. I can do that. I can do that. So what's everybody else working on? Lee's editing. Okay, let's glue these down. You know, I should have a glue paper here. I don't know what else is new here. Just patiently waiting. Well, okay, I lied. I'm not patient. That baby should be here already. And I don't care if it's straight or not. Yeah, I know. We just had like a skiff of snow. At least we didn't have freezing rain before that. Because I know when we've had the freezing rain, it's been, hard to clear space. So I'm going to leave that. Whoever gets the journal, whoever purchases the journal will have, space where they can add their own things in. Maybe I'll pull out. No. As I said, this is going to be When I move it over there, it's complete. So we'll put this to this side. What's this one? This one is a piece of coffee dyed paper. It has a belly band. It has a border. It's got a bunch of stuff on the inside. Some hearts and flowers and just decorative stuff. You know what? I think I could leave this one the way it is too. I think I can leave. Let's just outline these white things here. Hey, Carol, nice to see you. Running the laser? Nice. You got blasted with snow yesterday. My granddaughter was trying to fly out. They de-iced her twice. She was flying out of Calgary because she lives in Canmore. And they de-iced her twice, and then they canceled her flight. So right now she's on a flight from Regina. So, she's definitely late since she was supposed to be here at noon yesterday. But I heard that, some places in Calgary, they got just whackloads of snow. Absolute whackloads. How's the vending machine going? I don't know. I have to go there and check. Obviously, I didn't go anywhere for the month of February because I didn't have clothes to wear. Well, I've got clothes, but because I couldn't pull up leggings or anything, I would have to just have a skirt, and I have to wear ankle socks because I couldn't pull up knee socks. And it's too darn cold in February just to go out in a skirt with naked legs, if you know what I mean. Okay, so there's a cool old car. That is actually an embossing folder. And this was I'm just going to leave that blank, and then people can just do with it what they will. So look, 2 pages complete. I don't know how they keep falling onto my desk. Okay, this one. I think I need something for writing on in here. This is a Spanish English dictionary page. I totally collaged the front and back. I'm going to leave those as they are. I'm not going to outline anything. I want this to be an interactive journal. It's 80 there today. Lovely, lovely. It's 8 here, Fahrenheit. 74 there. Crazy. So let's put just some lined paper on these. I have, what color? What color? What do I want? I have this little rainbow pad of colored lined paper. Let's use a green one. And again, I'm going to tear it kind of to fit. Let's use a green on that side and a yellow on the other. Anytime I see little notepads with lined paper, I buy them so that I can use them in the journals. All right. So maybe I'm going to use oh, you know what I can use? I can use this. Maybe. This is from I can't remember if it was aluminum foil or wax paper, but it gives such a cool edge. Look, I'm holding it down. See, it looks almost like a paper bag edge. Okay, so at this line, that line. And we'll take this one off as well. I'm going to put that right there. Using up prints. Nice. I know. I bought, it's almost the size of a filing cabinet, but it's a toolbox thing. It's called a Fat Boy. Fat Boy? So it's got 6 drawers and 8.5 by 11 like copy paper sheets fit in it perfectly. Little room to spare. So I bought 2 of them, and I've got my painty paper in them. And some of them are absolutely full. I like the little jiggy-jaggy edges. I like the fact that you can see the writing behind. I think the green one's going to go down here. So there's still going to be some dictionary page there, so it's going to be fun, I tell you. Wrong way. Flat side down. Flat side down, it'll tear easier that way. Maybe. Yeah, but some things are very annoying. Hey, Jean. Nice to see you, hon. So last week I wouldn't have been able to hold this thing down so that I could tear. And yes, you know, I could use edging scissors. But I have been told that I have to use this hand the way I normally would, to kind of stop babying it, unless I've got such incredible pain that I'm ready to bite someone. Oh, that's okay. I think I'm going to leave it. And it's going to cover that flower a little bit, which is okay. I guess I could put it up there. But then it's like right opposite the yellow one. I suppose that's okay. I can put little picture frames down there. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. And of course, when I sell the journals, I put in those little books of what to do with the journal. Hints and ideas for using it. We were having a discussion on Sunday at the Junk Journal Ladies group. And because, you know, they sell their journals. And they say, like this one lady said, she advertises hers as junk journals when she's at shows and things. And her son's been after her saying, They aren't junk, Mom. You can't, you shouldn't be putting it down as the junk. I am going to cut this flat, and I'm going to put that in there. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it like this. Yeah. Oh, Cindy, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Well, she told me that if it's anything over a 5, I have to stop doing what I'm doing, like on the scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the worst pain. If it gets to be 5, I have to stop doing what I'm doing because then your brain kind of says it hurts to do that, so you're not going to do it. But doing it and having a little bit of pain, the brain kind of says, okay, it hurts, but it's not debilitating, right? I really, really like this physiotherapist. There we go. So I'm going to do that. And then you know what? I might do the same thing here with this one. I'm going to tear this one though. Oh no, Anne. Brutal. I'm sorry to hear that. But that's better than running into other troubles with it, right? Oh, my baby girl's messaging me. I have to check to see if we're going to be having a baby today. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I just have to woohoo at her. There. There. I woohooed. She's in Winnipeg. Awesome. Awesome. Yes. Alternative is much worse. Much worse. Yeah. Oh, definitely, Cindy. And it's amazing. Like, okay, so that didn't tear nicely because my hand is now wanting to balk at holding that down. So we'll do other stuff. What was I saying? I can't remember. Yeah. uh, core exercises. I was told that I should, because I'm older, I should really work on core strengthening exercises as well. Because, you know, when you're just sitting here crafting, you're not really exercising. There. Okay, so I like this. They can add anything, doodle on it, whatever. Exactly, Anne. Exactly. Okay, so there's the inside and there's the other side. I'm leaving this as done because they're going to get the little booklet to doodle on or whatever. These are all totally blank. We're going to leave those blank ones for now. What is this? This is a mess. Okay, so I have a corner, like it's not a tuck or anything, it's just decorative. So on this side, maybe what I will do is take a piece of this, glue it down on a piece of white paper, and use it as a pocket on the front. Maybe we should draw some lines up here. Let's just do that. I know. I know. Arms and hands are exercising. It's the core body that I need. So since I don't cut nicely right, if I was to cut it this way, I'm just going to do this because it's going to be a pocket. And it's not quite straight, but that's okay. Got to retrieve the package. Awesome. And let's use this one. Fits here nicely. It's going to be a pocket. We're going to glue it onto a piece of white paper. I mean, it is copy paper, but I think I want it to be a little bit stronger. I like my pockets to have additional body to them because things are going in and out. You know how it is. You know how it is. Oh, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it so that I've got extra on the sides. Glue that down. Yeah, it's exciting. I've been able to cook. Like I totally made stew by myself yesterday. It's been a long time since I've been able to peel potatoes. I was thrilled that I could peel potatoes. It's the little things like that that make me so stinking happy because Ron did the cooking. Ron doesn't cook. Ron doesn't like to cook. So I appreciate him doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave some sides on these. Right? I'm going to leave the sides on. I am going to trim these corners down. But I will cut it equal with this top that I cut. And I know I could have used a circle punch for that. It's just that my circle punches sometimes don't want to cut. And especially when the glue is wet. They don't want to work nicely. And I think I've mucked up a couple from doing that. So now I'm going to trim these top two corners of this white. And then I'm going to fold these in so that when I glue it down, I've got the full size of this pocket to use. Otherwise, if I just glued this colored piece of paper down, you lose edge work, you know? You lose those edges. And the same with the bottom. This way it'll go all the way down to the bottom of the pocket. Does that make sense? So you've got like these little things. So again, I'm just going to put glue on these edges. And that way I've got the full size to go in. So I'm going to try to smear this glue out. Well, I'm not going to try to smear it out. I am going to smear it out. Because I don't want squeeze out. Because that could mean that I'm losing space in the pocket. If you know what I mean. I'm going to put that on here. Right there. Push it down, push it down, push it down. And then you can see that'll go all the way to these side edges. That's another way to do a pocket. Now I could put a doodle thing on there. I think I'll put a doodle thing on here. This has little bits of tissue paper and blue painty paper. I don't even know if that's painty paper or if it is paint chip. Either way, we'll draw some lines on part of it here. And we're going to use a black gel pen. Keep your fingers out of the way. Oh, may run into some trouble here. I think I have to turn it the other way. Gotta turn it this way so that so just draw some lines with a gel pen. So maybe on this page I will put a doodle thing. I think maybe I'll put a focal point on that. Some sort of a focal point. On both sides of that. So again, this is just a piece of brown paper like you use for covering boxes when you're mailing packages. I'm quiet. Sorry. I'm concentrating, trying to get these lines happening. And you know what? They could be crooked. It's okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know what I was talking about. She was selling them as junk journals, and her son got really upset. And I said, well, I sell mine as handmade journals because it covers a multitude of sins. And she liked that. So I think that's what she's going to be calling hers now. It's handmade journals as well. I want something reasonably plain to put on this for a focal point. I have an idea. I always have an idea. You guys know that. In the bits box. Can I pick up the bits box? Oh, I can. It complains, but it's okay. I want some sort of flora. But I want a certain, almost like a black and whitish, more so than something with lots of color. Got some really big fan trashy flowers. Is that too much? Does that swear at each other? Should I cut some of the extra white out? Never too much. Yeah. I don't know. What else have I got? What else? That's way too big. That would be like a nice text spot. Nope. Too big. Too big. Too big. I could use that. That's kind of cool. Use that on one side and the yellow on the other. Maybe this one. I don't know. I don't know if I like those. I think I just want plain black and white. You like it? Anne likes it. I think I like that one. Covers up the gold tissue paper, though. Look at me wanting to show some gold on that, Anne. Who am I? Okay, so we'll put these back in the bin. Blue. Yeah, you did. You heard gold. And I didn't want to cover it up. You heard it here. I don't know. And these are original Fan Trashy flowers. These aren't copies. Which is okay. It is okay. So I got a pocket. And I think what I'll do is I'll just put a blurb up here and maybe just a little decorative something like, let's find something for that first. What color do we want? This is all the doodles I did while I was down and out. Do you want orange, black, purple, yellow? Oh, you know what? Yellow, red, or black and white. It's going to go up in this corner right here. Orange. Okay, we'll do orange. Oh, you know what? I could do that. It's going to be like a page border. I'm running out of floor space around me. I've pulled up far too much junk. That can go away. So I'm going to trim this down just a bit more. Did a lot of doodling while I was broken. Awful lot of doodling. And again, I like a lot of writing space in my journals. But I like a lot of interesting bits as well. Oh, I still have lots of pages to decorate, so. I was doodling on a calendar yesterday while I was upstairs, so I've got some calendar numbers with, times and things, strange things to do, like lunches with llamas or pick up rhino steaks, that kind of thing. Garbage. Look, and it fits just nicely. What do you think? I like it. Yes, definitely. I know. I've got a lot of those too. I've been using them as like little flips as well. I get it. I get it. This dictionary paper is so thin. As soon as you get glue on it, it curls. So I can leave it like this. Oh, I was going to put a little something up there, right? And then they've got writing space here, writing space there, writing space there. We need just a little something up here. I need something blue and doodled. What about this? That kind of follows the theme. Kind of. What else have I got that's blue? I have still. I think, oh, maybe we should have, because I've got circles there and circles here. Oop, glue down. Circles on there. No circles here, but what if I used something that's close in one of these colors here? Maybe a yellow? Kind of like that. I don't think I have smaller yellow ones. I think I'll do that because it's also got circles in it. Kind of flows with that one. There we go. There we go. All right. So there's another page for the journal. This is so flimsy, that page is a little bit heavy with the stuff on it. But that's okay. I might, you know what? Maybe we need to reinforce this spine a little bit because when it's sewn in, being heavy and heavy but flimsy paper, I have a, you see what happens? It kind of bends. I think I would like to reinforce the spine fold just slightly. What do I want to use? Just a regular piece of paper, I'm thinking. What about if I use some of my faux washi tape? Maybe in a yellow or orange. Let's use the orange, and we'll just put a strip of this right down the center there. Might as well use this stuff up because I got it. See, like that, right down the center, and then the glue and the tracing paper will make it a little bit sturdier. This isn't cut straight. I like it. I like it. Especially since I don't know that it's going to have, it's definitely not going to have 3 holes in it. Pretty sure it's only going to have 2, depending on where in the journal it goes. Now I got glittery bits on the desk. It's okay. It's okay. And we'll just turn that top off. And we'll fold it down its fold. Whoop. And that's just going to give it that little bit extra strength. Definitely. Good idea. Perfect. So I'm going to consider this one done as well. Of course, you know, all these things you can have stuff tucked into them. Wherever it's needed. I feel like this is up just a bit. Needs a little bit more glue just at this corner. Oh, way much glue. That one's okay. All right. So we've got another page. So when these are together, like I say, I don't know, like this is going to be the full-size page on the journal. So if I have it here at, you know, it may only just have the one stitch holding it in. That's why I want to reinforce it. Unless I have this higher, you know, I might stagger my pages. So I have some higher and lower because I've got a lot of odd size pages. That's something I have to take into consideration too. I have all these. No, I don't make my journals all the same sizes. I have like smaller journals so that it's like a quarter page, right? Instead of being this size, I have it like this size. So it's a half a page, but it's smaller. You know what I mean? So my journals always vary. I just make the pages and put them together and hope for the best. Okay, let's see how this one did. Okay, so it's got this nice little page tab. And I'm going to consider this one done as well. And again, like I say, depending on where in the book it is, it may only have one hole, like one stitch holding it, although it would be held down. I was actually thinking, I saw where they had a stack of pages, right? And then in the crease, what they did was they put in a slice, and then they put paper through and glued it on the inside, center, and the outside. And they did it on both sides. And then they stitched it into a journal, or they glued it down into a backing on a journal. So I was thinking of doing that as well. But okay, so this one is started. I want things that are started because we're going to get them finished. I have a tip out and a butterfly. This has a mucky mark on it, so I'm going to have to put some sort of border thing down here. got this. Thinking. Okay, let's do like a frame. Oh, would you work? Look, it just about fits, guys. Just have to trim a little bit. Do I have a smaller one? I have a smaller one. Look, I can use this and use it as a, ooh. Okay, so I didn't leave edge around the plastic for the pocket. I'll have to either use double-side tape or just have it glued top and bottom and have things that can slide in from either direction. Let's do that. That'll cover up that mucky mark. I like that. We'll do the top and bottom. It's one thing that I've noticed when I do these collaged envelope frames. I'm not always very careful about leaving enough to have glue space. So this is going to be like a really wide belly band. Oh, don't slide. It slid. Now I'm going to have glue marks around. I might have to doodle around that because it's got glue marks, guys. Rats, Kim, rats. Well, I can just do black dots, right? Black dots would work all the way around because it's got this muck here. Let's see if I could wash it off. This is just a spritz bottle with water. Let's see how that dries. See how that dries, if I have to decorate that or not. Okay, so that's that. Now, here, I can leave this the way it is, or I'm thinking maybe some sort of a florally thing. I know that doesn't surprise anybody. Or I could just do like a pocket, so it's got like the envelope pocket and then another pocket, like a double pocket. Thoughts, ideas? Or I could have another belly band as well as the pocket. Kind of like that idea. Let's do that. This is going to be a horrendously chunky journal. Okay, so then I've got like a tuck here, tuck there, tuck on the other side. I like it. I like it. This was done on a kid's workbook thing. And I think I'll go closer to the middle. Again, I got that was a wet spot. You know, if it comes right down to it, I can just put a big Horkham flower there or something, cover it up. So what am I going to do with that butterfly? This is those black plastic butterflies and stuff I've got. I just traced it out on the back of a doodled paper, and that's what that is. So we'll outline the butterfly. Because we can. I don't know if I should do the body in black or just leave it as it is. I might just leave it as it is. Looks better outlined. Tuck spot there, tuck spot there. Yeah, the little bit of water cleaned it up enough that I can be happy with just the way it is. And then what I could do is one of these paper things, I could just use it as a writing paper and tuck that in. I might back it. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to consider putting a frame here. So let's drag out a frame. Lots of frames. I think this one will go nice. Nope. Nope. This is the one I was looking at. A little bit smaller than I anticipated. Not pulling out any paper. We're using what we got. I might pull out scraps. What about that one? And then they've got like writing down the sides and around, but they can have like a specific quote kind of thing there. Now I'll put a couple of frames on this side. And that carries the frame thing through the journal as well. I like that idea. So we're going to put this one here. We all know my frames are not square, rectangular. You can see that corner. I probably could have trimmed that down, but I did not. It's okay. You can have it just like that, and then maybe put, because we've got a butterfly, maybe a flower or two. Let's put the frames on this side, and then I can put a few flowers over the corners of the frames. What else have I got? I like this red one. Goodness. So I'll put the red one here. Hope I'm not boring you guys too much. I you know how I work and narrate, and I don't really audition things. I just, yeah, okay, we're going to use that, and that's, you know how I operate. And that's why when there's these little frames and stuff, people can put favorite little quotes in. I don't know what color this is. This is just like a non-color kind of. But it looks good on there. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And then we just have to, oh, I've got the perfect flowers right here beside me. As soon as I got this frame down, I'll grab a couple of those flowers. Again, more of the stuff that I doodled when I was down. Or even if they have a favorite word, they can put in like these little gaps. And as I say, the elements are all going to be on. The pockets will not be stuffed yet. I will maybe, oh, I have an idea. I have an idea for that, but first let's do those little flowers. Come. These are just done on thin brown paper. So put one there. We have to cover up this ugly corner that I did here. So let's put a couple of flowers there and there. And there. What do you think? I'm looking in the camera and I like it. I have smaller ones, maybe a smaller one. Yep. What do you think? Does that work, guys? Do I need to put another small one there? Didn't quite get glue enough there. Piece of toothpick. Oh my. I don't know where my toothpick pin went. I'll just use a little piece of paper. Little piece of paper. It's joyful? All right. Thank you. See, I didn't quite get glue there, so just put a little bit on a piece of paper, slide it under, and push it. Many ways to make corrections. Again, this is the grungy paper I made, where I just dump a whole bunch of paper on the floor and I pour things on it and stamp on it and whatever. A lot of muck water, a bit of coffee. Some of this, some of that. Has Missy been skateboarding again lately? And all right. I'm going to leave this as it is because, as I say, it's got a little bit of decoration on it, a little bit of spaces that, different things. We've got a tuck spot here, tuck spot there, and tuck spot here. Now on this side, we could do like a big tuck spot with one of these, or with that. I think I want them farther apart. Mind you, if it's in a journal, it could be farther apart. We'll just put something fun on the middle here. Some sort of lined paper. I'm going to cut it across here. You know what? Let's just cut it wobbly. We're just going to wobble cut this hunk of paper out. And we're just going to glue it right on the front of the blue. It's a nice thing about making your own lined paper. Good for her. Oh no. Oh, it'll be nice for them to be together for a visit. Is that why her tummy's acting up? It's been so long since she's seen him. She's nervous. Kids. Or did she pick? Oh, are they on spring break? Our spring break, I think, starts next week. I think it's next week. I don't have kids in school. I don't remember when these things are anymore. All right. So now could doodle around the edge. You know what I'm going to do? I wonder if that mark, I've got this, pulled out this blue marker. I was experimenting with it. Let's see if it goes through copy paper. Oh, come on. Sort of a little bit. I have to be very, like, you know what? We're not going to use that then. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I have, you know, I got a goldish kind of marker pen thing. If I can get the cap off. This is the thing too. Getting caps off of things, I seem to struggle with. We're just going to do a couple of lines like this. And 3 dots. There. Makes it a little bit fancier. Oh, that wasn't fun. Just a little bit of something different. I used gold because I had gold over here. Oh, this side. This side. We need a big flip something. Something flippy here. Something that will flip. Or this could be a good flip. But we need another piece of lined paper there. Let's use, because I want to cover this up. Yeah, I'm going to use a green. No, let's use a blue because that's kind of close. We'll use blue. We will use blue. Just a little bit bigger than that, which is okay. So I'm going to glue this down onto there. Running out of room. Wow, my desk got messier really fast today, didn't it? It really did. So I'm thinking that this journal is going to be 3 signatures. I'll divide these up into 3 piles when I'm putting it together. A little crooked. Okay. And then I'm going to use this as the flip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, I'm going to fold an edge up and just glue that edge down. Does that make sense? I think that works. Again, it doesn't quite look flat, but it's okay. Like the same Doesn't look the same thing. I don't know how to keep my desk tidy either. I think because so much of this stuff that we do is mixed media and we're hauling out little bits of other things all the time, you don't have a chance to keep your desk tidy because you're in the middle of working and you don't want to stop. I'm putting that as close against the edge of that gold envelope as possible. And then, okay, so then we've got this flip. Writing space. Writing space on the back of that as well. We've got writing space there. A little bit more decor. Tuck spots to put things. I'm calling this one done. Nice big blank edge here. Again, people can use it for what they want to. Yay! Okay, I've got this one. So, I have a flip. I have a tuck spot. I have a double flip here. I've got a pocket. Nice grungy. And I've got a weaving. So I think what I'm going to do with this is I am going to fold it like that. And it's going to be almost like a little tab out the top. I'm not going to do anything with that because it's got the lovely flowers on it. Then maybe what I'll do is I'll put a little flower on that edge, just a little one. So we've got this little flower tab sticking up here. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. It's the same flowers as we used in the last one that we did. So there's the flow through again. Okay, so we've got this page. Very grungy. I like it. We've got this. We've got all this spot for writing. That's tuck. That's flips. And then I have a pocket on the back. Let's outline this butterfly. Maybe this journal's not going to take as long as I thought. I am going to have to do a cover. I think the cover will be a master board of some sort. Butterfly, washi stuff, pocket. Because I've got so much of this little scrap stuff and it's throughout, that works for me. Okay, so this is a tuck. Should I put something on here? Maybe some lined paper. Just a piece of lined paper. Too big. Too big. Too big. Too big. Do this. This is a bunch of lined papers. What I'll do no, we'll just use one. But what I'll do is I'm going to fold Good, good. I'm going to fold this top a little bit. Why can't I fold things so that they're equal, Kim? Like, well, what's with me? I'm going to glue that down onto here. So that way, they've got it like this, but they can also flip it up and have this. I'm going, you know what? I feel that I can leave this one just the way it is now. See, there's that torn edge, like I used that for the other stuff. So I've got a lot of flow through happening. I've got some grunge, I've got some clean. What are you? This is a very shiny piece of calendar paper made from, I don't even know what year. I don't know if anything's going to stick to this. Hey, Janine. How are you, hon? I rubbed off on you? No way. What did I do now? Did you sign up for that crop? Or are you making just a whack load of stuff? And I still don't have a grandbaby, great grandbaby. You broke your foot? My word. No. Which foot and how the heck did you do that? Well, I guess you're stuck creating, just sitting there and creating for a while. Do you have a cast, a walking cast? Spill it, spill it. Tomorrow, they're going to induce you tomorrow. They will induce her tomorrow. Treadmill at the gym. Oh my goodness. Did they have to take you away in an ambulance? Were you with someone? All these questions. I'm just throwing them at you. You stopped the machine. You stopped the machine. I did that. Remember, didn't I tell you I got thrown off my, was it you I was telling? I got thrown off my treadmill. I stepped on the side by accident and I got thrown off. Oh, no, I don't recommend it either. Okay, so have any of you guys done things on this really shiny, slimy paper? You kept on walking like me and my stinking wrist. And I mean, I had putting the second thing in my cart when I broke my wrist. It was fine until you took off your shoe. Oh no. So do I use double-sided tape? Glue doesn't seem to work on it. Thoughts? Do I just put it in the way it is and let them write on it? That's what I'm going to do. Just like that. Okay, so then I've got this, which is an envelope. Again, it's got all the stuff. It's got a bit of a pocket here. I'm just going to leave it. I think I'm just going to put it in blank like that, to be honest. So this has a tuck spot, a frame, hearts, collage bits. This one is done. Got lots of these blanks. Don't want to work on blanks yet. This is a piece of fabric with a napkin on it. This actually needs a couple of pockets in it, and then I will... It's got some ugly fish. That's a very ugly fish. Who put that fish on there? Why would I have chosen that fish? I'm going to put pockets on this, but I want something thicker pocket-wise. I've got a few pages of this in my bag journal. Stickers on the shiny paper? I don't have any stickers. I guess I could make some. I do have sticker paper. How long are you in a cast, Jeanine? Full washi, maybe? Maybe. I could staple stuff to it, right? I could do like a little notepad thing. I could do that. Let's put pockets on this. Let's pull that one back. I'll staple some lined paper, like a little notepad kind of thing. Pockets. I have this scrap paper. It could be worse, yes. Did they cast you, though? Boot cast? Okay. Trying to decide. Or again, maybe. Corner tuck from this. We'll do a corner tuck from this on one side and a pocket on the other. $4 weeks. I was going to ask you if it was going to muck up your trip. Okay, I'll glue this down and I'll have to get some more clothespins too. Yeah, because your trip would be at the 4-week. Yeah. Yes. I hope it heals fast without too much difficulty for you too. Which foot? Right, left? Can you drive? Not that you want to drive, but... Yeah, my wrist is just about done. Yeah, they left my cast on for 4 weeks, and they did an x-ray prior to removing it. And of course, being old, you don't heal as fast. So it hadn't healed quite the extent, but they still took the cast off, which was lovely. And the doctor said it's because he knows I'm an artist and they removed the cast for my mental health, which I really appreciate. Like, seriously, I really should have an up tuck. I should have a pocket. I could go like this. Then they match. Let's do that. Right foot. Oh. Yeah, you're done. Oh, no. I'm sorry you have that on top of everything else. Oh, and you were planning on having a wonderful spring break with the grandkids, too. Oh, no. I'm going to put this one this way. I may end up having to run this through the sewing machine because this is shiny magazine paper on the back, and it may not stick great either. I can see that it's, being kind of iffy the way it is now. I know. I was thinking that as well. Would you be able to go if somebody drove you? Yeah. All right. We'll let this dry. And while that's drying, maybe we'll do a couple of little notepads for in there. That works. That works because we can just staple the notepads in. Let's put the cap on the glue. I'm thinking I'm going to end up sewing these. I might just hand stitch them. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, well, I'm getting stuff for a notepad. Do I have any little notepads first? Let's go look. Because we know I usually have that kind of thing around. Nope. I do not have any made right now. Now, isn't that annoying? That's okay. It's okay. We can work with it. Right? We'll just make our own. I guess I should grab the stapler while I'm up. All right. Grab the stapler. I have an obstacle course here, guys. I've got like 3 bins behind me. I know. I'm still not creating fully, unfortunately, but every day I'm a bit better, and that's all that matters. Okay, so we're going to put these frame things back in the bin, back in the envelope, and back in the bin, because I'm not using a frame there. So I haven't done my exercises today for my wrist because I figured I wanted to create. Creating comes first. So I've got this green paper. We've used that. I'll have to trim that down. I'm going to take 2 sheets of it. I photocopied this. This is green lined paper that I had. Oh, look, there's a pink one. Let's take a green one and a pink one. That works. So to this line here, let's put a dot. I'm going to run it through the trimmer. I'll have to do the trimmer on my lap. Yeah, a handy transit. Problem with handy transit, I find, is you order it and they give you an approximate time, and quite often you still have to wait, which is annoying. And so I trimmed them down. I've got these pieces left, putting those back in the bin because, they may want to be, see, works good. Now, let's cut those at, how big is this? Let's measure it. Let's measure. Kim's measuring. Believe it or not. Okay, so it's about 4.5. So let's do 4-inch strips this way. Yeah. It's really annoying. So I'm going to take these 2, well, there's 4 papers here, and I'm going to staple them on this side, in here. There'll be lots of writing space in this journal. I'm going to do 2 staples in it, maybe. Oh, look, my stapler's empty. And I know that my hand is not good enough to putz with that right now. Let's use this other one. Let's hope there's staples in this one. I actually managed to fold some stuff today, Janine. I folded. Big improvement. Oh, and look, and these ones go cockeyed. You know what? I guess maybe what I got to do is go this way. No, they still go cockeyed and they don't punch nice at all. Okay. This one's going to have to wait until I can use my other stapler. So I'm going to put this one back in the pile because I have to load the other staple. Maybe. Oh, I know. And I still grab things with this hand and I go to pick it up and I've dropped so much stuff. Don't try and pick up a full cup of coffee. Because you don't think, right? You just grab and go. Yeah. That's not the perfect thing. Okay, so I have to still wait for this to dry and then I'm going to stitch it. So that one's, see, I said nothing's going over there until they're done. And now I've got partially done ones again. But that's okay. That's okay. That one can go there. That one can go there. I know, at least I know what I'm doing with them. This one, I got big glue mark there. So I got tuck spots. So I've got some of this in other pages, obviously. Look, Anne, there's gold. Okay, let's put some lined paper across there. And this just happens to fit lovely. I'm going to use the green. If I fold it in half, will it fit? It should. You know what? I might have to do it this way. This way. And that way. Ooh, I was very close. Very close. Then we'll glue it in and I'll cover that glue mark. It is. We're waiting very impatiently. Very impatiently. Everybody wants to meet her. We're waiting. I figured she was waiting for her auntie to get here, and her auntie messaged me that she arrived in Winnipeg. That's was the message I got at the start of the stream that I had to answer. Because my girl sat on a plane in Calgary for a couple of hours yesterday before it was canceled. So now I've got this writing space. We've got blank writing space here, text spot. I have this belly bland. I'm reading blah, blah, blah as I'm saying band. Yeah, I've got to do some laundry folding too. So I've got belly band. One of the girls I worked with drew me a whole bunch of flowers, so I'm using them in my journals now. Maybe I need something here. Maybe not. We can leave it. This is an envelope thing that I did. So it's got a text spot here. It did have a window, but it's glued down. And so it's got a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. And a pocket here. So there's lots of pockets to fill on this. And of course, there's writing space on those areas as well. Oh, look. I might have to do a twisty thing with a brad to hold that closed. All right, I'm going to consider this one done as well. Yes. I've got some that are done. This is what happens when you have so much stuff and you just put it away. This is an envelope cluster, so I've got behind and each of the little envelopes. Tuck spot here, big blank spot there, and I can put some lined paper here. This stuff would go really nice there. I'm going to do it this way so that we know. So I'll glue that down there. This was from a calligraphy class I took. It's got the marks for that. But I coffee dyed it. I want it to open this way. Oh, look at this one. I've got this with little maple leaves. Oh, this one I'm going to glue down as a page tab as well. Why am I doing two papers at once? Look at me. Darn squirrels in my house again. Another really lovely grungy page. I'll glue some belly band, page tab, more flowers. I'll tear some paper, lined paper from that. Let's go back to this one. Okay, so this one side is done as far as I'm concerned. We need some lined paper in here. We'll put that there, and we'll do the same thing. We're going to fold this over and glue it so it can flip up. Okay, so we've got this, and it can flip up. So there's lots of space there to write. We could put something fun down this edge. Not sure what we want to put down that edge. What have I got? What have I got? This is cute. Thinking. Sorry, guys. Thinking. No. How about a piece of washi tape? I think I like that idea. My full washi tape. So I've got purples here, yellows and greens. There. Let's do this yellow green stuff right here. let's add more mess to this. For those of you who may be watching and are a little upset about the amount of stuff on my desk, this is just the way I do it. It's just how it gets done around here. It's kind of fun. Cheers it up a little bit. What about if I put like a frame of some sort there? I don't think I've got small frames left in that bin. That's what I'll do. I'll do this. Then we'll cut out a frame to put down there. Oi. And as soon as I've done this page, I think I will be done for the day because I've decided I'm making breaded pork tenderloin for supper and some sort of potatoes and red cabbage. So I'm going to need my hand for some of that, plus I have laundry in. So, again, Kim didn't do that straight. It's not too bad, but I've done worse. I've done worse. We know. All right, so some sort of a frame. What if I use a piece of this as the frame? Thinking. Think that would be better? Kind of matches the colors on that. No. This one. No. Goodness. All right, we're going to have to go into this bin again and find something to put there. I think I want something with purple, and that brings the purple in. So, wanted a frame. I don't really have anything that's a frame. Nope. No. Not that one. Let's see what else I got. Got the big bin here. Need something that I can make a frame out of. So probably not that bin either. Probably need scrap paper. Scrap. You know what? We're going to do something that I said I wasn't going to do. How's that? We're going to lop off a hunk of this. And we're going to make a frame for in there out of purple. Oh, that's nice, Anne. That's awesome, actually. I mean, I got Ron to cook the whole time I was down and out. So we didn't have any family dinners or anything because I just didn't think that he should have to cook for everyone since he, doesn't like to cook as it is. So I folded the paper in half. Wobble cutting. That's too big, so we'll have to use the next one. Again, it could just be for a little quote, a couple of favorite words, maybe a date you want to remember. I like that. And then, you know what? I can put this one over here. Then I should put a yellow flower on there, I think. There we go. There we go. It's exactly what I'm going to do. So yeah, once I've got this page done, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Because the hand doesn't even want to hold things down now. And then I'll have to put a yellow flower on each of these. It's gotta go this way. Gotta go this way. Yellow flowers. Back to that bin that I just put on the floor. Now I could do these. Has a little bit of the orange, which picks up that orange. It's got the yellow, which picks up that yellow. It's got the black. Got these, it picks up the red. Those are really big, but that I can do big. I think those are too big. Those are too big. Like that. Oh, look. I could do these leaves, actually. What if I do these leaves? I like that idea. I'm going to do those leaves. Well, consider how many people are in the house, too, Anne. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut around the leaf so there's still a bit of the yellow there. And I'm going to put 2 leaves on each. And no flowers, just leaves. Because there's leaves over here and I like it. And there's leaves over here. So I think that's going to be a good fit. A good fit. Yeah, we don't do laundry very often. It's just the two of us. So maybe a couple of loads of clothes a month. But I mean, I've got an industrial sized washer, so a load is fairly big. And then bedding and towels. Go through a lot of towels. Awful lot of towels. I kind of think these need to go down here. And then these need to go up there. What do you think, like that? He's drunk too many things. And does he turn things pink? Yeah, I like that. Awesome, Sherry. Thank you. And again, this is a tuck spot so that, you know, a lot of this could be covered depending on what gets tucked in there. Okay, that's right into the fold. That's okay. It really is. Now, do I want there or there? It goes this way. Hmm. Very eclectic book here, guys. It's going to be a very eclectic book. I'd have to put a little flower on there after all. Little flowers. With the flowers or without the flowers? Might have to have. Those leaves are pretty big. I think I'm going to go like that. Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely. If 3 meals a day contributes to laundry between tea towels and dishcloths and Yes. See, this picks up this brown. This picks up some yellow. I like it. All right. All right. I think I'm going to have to make some more hearts and add some more hearts because I don't know how flowy it is for hearts. But that's okay. I can do that. So we've got this page, this page, this page, and this page. And I think I can leave this page just as it is because it has lots of writing space, and this does a double fold out as well. Four kids, yeah, mountains of laundry, I believe that. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to have to call it a day. My hand has definitely said we're done. I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for being here and visiting and keeping me company as I made a mess. Surprise! Everybody up in the balcony, I appreciate you guys too. I would appreciate if you give me a thumbs up. That's, it helps. It helps. And anybody who watches the replay, I appreciate you guys as well. Thanks. I'm waiting for this baby. She's late, which is, I can't say anything because my daughter was late and it's her grandbaby. So she's always late, which is kind of funny. We always say she's on Indian time, right? So it's 1-ish, 2-ish, 3-ish, So this one's late. It just keeps running down the family. Either that or she's stubborn, which she would come by honestly as well. So waiting, waiting, waiting. Your first was late? Ah, yep. She's past due though, Sherry. I know that the baby will come when she's ready, but she's going to be pretty pruny. We know what those late babies are like. Okay, guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe, have fun, and keep creating. Take care now. Bye, everyone. Big hugs. See ya. Janine, message me. Okay, bye now.